So welcome to the podcast. Today I have Isabel, also known as Mumsy, one of my biggest inspirations again. So good to have you.
Thank you for inviting me. It's lovely to be here.
Lovely to have you. Let's take it away. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit.
Tell us a little bit and I'll pour us some tea.
Well, I'm French. I arrived in Australia a long time ago. I more or less spent, I can now say that I've spent more time in Australia than in my country of birth. The adventure started in Sydney, in Manly. And I think I fell in love with the country then. Maybe not, the culture was a bit difficult at first, I have to say.
Tell them your culture joke.
What's the difference between an Australian and a bucket of yogurt? The yogurt has more culture. Many years in Sydney where I really enjoyed living and working. I was working in town, so it was lovely to commute from Manly to taking the ferry and going to work in Alliance Française most of the time, so I have wonderful memories of that. And then a year in France, where I took you when you were very little, and to experience the culture and lifestyle and so forth. So that was another big success, I think. And then back to Australia, and that was a conscious decision to come back here. And then another year in Sydney, and then we moved to Kingscliff.
And what would you say is the most important thing to you? What's something that's just non-negotiable?
Well, I think my fitness, I'm a physical person, but I am one of those people who are very physical, who have had a physical practice of some description for a long time, but also exercising my brain. I like learning, I like reading, but I like learning from people around me. It's a passion to get out of my comfort zone on that level, be curious, be inquisitive, not being blasé about things.
Nice. I like that. What's your relationship like with death?
With death? Well, as I get older, it's actually becoming easier.
Nice.
I think it's not so much my relationship with death, it's more the aging process that I find challenging.
Yeah.
Death as well, but it puzzles me more than anything, just because I think I've spent many years trying to stay in control
Feel that.
of my life, which I know it's a total illusion, but we still, as humans, like to feel that we are a bit in charge sometimes.
For sure.
So it's complex, huh?
Yeah. You look better by the day.
You
look better by the day.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take it I'll take the compliment.
There, stylish queen. And what's your relationship like with fear?
It's a constant battle with fear, because fear goes with change to me. Change is inevitable, but I've always had a problem with people who say, "Oh, I love change. I love changing. It's so interesting."
It's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable.
Yes. We do love change when the change is a holiday or a new big sum of money that comes our way unexpectedly, or something really lovely happening to us. We certainly do love that. But jumping is in the unknown, and taking a decision, having absolutely no certainty on how it's going to turn. It is. We are human beings are. We live an uncertain life. It's something that we need to embrace. But it is difficult. It's not an easier concept to grasp to me.
For sure.
But I do believe that the secret, the jewel, if you like, of life is to constantly trying to get out of your comfort zone, constantly trying to face your deepest fear and trying to embrace them. And that's what that's what I do consciously. Yes. I think it's always more interesting. I never look at my life as good, bad, black, white, and life is so complex that I think, well, it's not complex, but I mean the complexity of life is interesting. I don't view myself as a simple person. Sometimes I'd like to be more simple. Yeah. Fear is something that is just in your head anyway. Fear is controlling your surroundings, and you can't. Once you understand that there is very little you can control in life, what you can control is your emotions, your reaction. But your is how you act.
Yeah.
How you react. Well, trying to act and not react, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. What's something that you're working on at the moment? Could be something you're working on within yourself, or
letting go, I suppose. I've made some big decisions lately, which I'm really sort of proud of. Not proud of, but I know it's going to open more gates.
I'm proud.
So yeah, I can see that things will be shifting soon, and I'll be able to go into this next phase of my life, which for me is really important. I think I'm going to finally be able to live the life I want to live. I mean, it's all.
What do you mean by live the life you want to live? What's changing?
Well, because
you gotta give the people a bit of context, Munette.
Yeah. Oh, well, what's gonna change is that it's gonna bring, those decisions will bring a certain amount of freedom. Okay, so freedom, I think, is a bit like fear, or all those big concepts in life. What is freedom? And I do believe that freedom is an inside job. If you don't feel free inside, you can have a. But it's just to do, to be my own. I will be able to, I think, decide more for myself, like or do things on the. It's not so much decide more, because I've always sort of lived really. I don't feel like I've made a lot of compromises in my life, but I haven't made too many sacrifices. They were all decisions, like they were. Yeah. I wanted to do it was sometimes hard, but I sort of lived the life I wanted to live. But now I'm going to be able to do things more on a spontaneous level. Let's say, I want to go and I want to go and walk in a track in Japan. Well, okay, let's book a ticket and do it. Let's go to India. Let's go to Europe. Let's go. So it's not just traveling. It's gonna be more
spontaneity. Spontaneity.
Yeah, spontaneity is a big thing.
For sure. Now that's cool.
And it's a lovely thing to be able to sort of go, yep, let's do this.
Yeah. Would you describe yourself as a risk taker then?
Yeah, I think it's in my nature. There is I think I'm a risk taker. And I like adventure. Whether, adventure might be just in my head, but I have an adventurous spirit. I'm nomadic by nature.
Yeah. She's adaptable.
I would say adventurous, risk-taking. Well, what's risk? I'm not a... If you say, if you link risk-taking to bungee jumping, it's a no for me, or there are things that I really don't want to do, and that I won't do. You know, like I'm not taking risks just for the sake or just to copy Mr. or Mrs. Smith. Who are,
fair. And what's one word you'd say to authority?
Huh? Authority?
Yeah.
No. Never ever responded well to authority. I wonder why you. I wonder why you respond to it so well yourself.
I'm authority.
Yeah, never liked it from when I was a real little child.
Fuck it, yeah. And I feel like I've been pondering a lot on the topic of collective responsibility versus individual responsibility. It's like over COVID, I feel like the majority were leaning into it being a collective responsibility. And what do you think? Do you think collective responsibility is more important or individual responsibility? Like your footprint on this planet.
About your footprint, yeah, super important. Trying to do your bit for the planet is extremely, it's crucial, really.
Do you think collectively or individually, though?
But you have to be, you have to set an example. Yeah, so, who you can't expect someone else to do it. Do your bit.
I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah, let's not let, government, corporations, huge organizations to divide us as well.
Nice.
You see, like we're stronger when we're together. It's a bit like what we were saying. Nothing is black and white. Let's open debates. Let's have open conversation. Let's not be, it's you against me or thinking. It's just it's boring. That's it. Let's not be boring. It's more to the point.
Yeah.
Let's expand our minds. Minds are. Let's be clever. Let's be resourceful. Let's take initiatives about important things and let go of trivia or things that in the big picture don't really matter that much.
That's so good. Do you think it's never too late to start something new? Like, Mum and I have been shooting a little bit together and it's been the coolest experience ever. Like, look at this. Look at it. Yeah, it's been really cool, quite empowering. Also, just to direct Mum and just see her inner element. But what do you think? How's that process been for you? How do you feel?
No, I do believe that it's never too late. But work towards your goals, though. Don't wait till tomorrow. You see, don't be complacent. I think we talked about fear, which is huge in life, but also I think postponing, thinking, oh, well, I'm going to watch a bit of TV today and eat some lollies and veggie out on the couch and it's a bit too big, what I've got to do, so let's do it tomorrow. I don't believe that. I believe in
Capricorn.
Just be part of the plan. Yeah, do something. That's why I want to stay fit because I know, you can be. I've seen people, women in over 100 doing yoga. So why not me? I've seen people, traveling, hiking at 80, 90, and I want to be. Yeah, as I said, I really like exercise. So for me, if I can't exercise, well, my life won't have much meanings. Okay, yeah, sure, I can read books and listen to some music. I won't be lost. But I think, exercise as a huge place. Being in nature, being in the wild, being outside is... And walking and hiking and seeing places, challenging myself that way is very important. So I want to, I think. But start today, just don't go, I'll do it tomorrow.
Do you have any regrets?
Mm-mm.
Nice.
No, I don't, no. I wouldn't be the person I am, if I had regrets, you know, you have to like yourself. I think it's the biggest thing, you know. I could never say that when I was young, like saying I like myself, because I didn't understand what it meant.
Yeah.
And it's
like love.
Yeah, like you have to love you have to be your best friend. No one else can be, you know. You do come on this planet alone, you know. Boom, you're out there suddenly, and you die. You have to prepare yourself. People, when I breach that subject, people often think that I'm a bit morbid and so on. But
it's the
you die. You have to prepare yourself and think, yeah, I'm gonna be my best. I'm gonna be all my life the best person I can be. And when it's time to go, I hope I'll say, yeah, you've done it. You've smashed it. You did what you wanted to do, and that's it. I want to go in a blaze.
Yes, queen. And what's a piece of advice you'd give to 20-year-old Isabel?
Well, that's a tough one, because I come from a very different generation from you. So I think at 20, I was very naive. Not naive in a sense of I had seen the world, I had traveled, I had done a lot, I had read books, I had listened to music. I was not silly, but I had no awareness. I didn't have an inner life, if you like. It was all exterior. What life could bring me, what I could get, you know.
Is there a critical catalyst or anything that made you just look at yourself and go, all right, I'm going to get comfy with myself?
I can tell you when it started for me. It started when I was 30 and I started doing yoga. Nice. That's when it started. Cool. Well, of course it was, you know, then it started and stopped, because then 3 years later I had Jelan, and then I had you, and then you get bloody sidetracked for 10 years.
Sorry for being a sidetrack.
No, but you know, you imagine what it is. You have children and your life change. You can't be you're not the center of the world anymore.
No, it's true. That's why I don't want to have them too early. But which leads me to the next question, which is, are you excited to have grandchildren?
I think I will be when it happens. You see?
Surprise! Yeah, no.
I've had a life where I feel that I've always been, I used to call myself a freedom machine, and I like freedom. I think it really feels that my freedom, if I'm totally honest, when I had children, my freedom was taken away from me. In a way, you know, in a quite a brutal way. I'm not going to go on and on about it, but it's just it really felt that I couldn't do the things I enjoyed. So, but also there was, but you were also, and you know that very well, you were and you are my priorities, and it's always been that way. But to answer your questions, I love my freedom, and I'd like to be able to do a few things like traveling, because before I'm a grandmother. Why? Because when I am a grandmother, I think I'll be a really good one. I'm not going to be an absent.
Are you going to be around?
I'll be around.
Cool.
So,
thank you.
And I'll be involved, you know. But that's what I want to do. And I still will do, you know, but I'm not going to be the type of grandma that is there all the time, and I'm not going to take over. It's not me either.
Well,
I'll be there, and I'll be very happy, I'm sure, to be there. Because it's funny, I was talking to Jelan about it 2 days ago, and I was saying when I have grandchildren, I will speak French to them.
Yeah, me too.
Which I will.
To the kids, anyway, for sure. I have a piece of advice.
Piece of advice
for 20-year-old Isabel.
Oh, just be really like yourself.
Yeah.
Like the person you are. But it's difficult to like yourself when you don't know yourself.
So practice.
It's very difficult. And be yourself. But same thing. All 20 is very young. I think when you're 20, you think you're not. You think you have it all worked out.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best advice I can tell, I think, anyone of any age is have some substance about yourself at any age. Why? Because that's something that will always attract people, whatever age you are.
Yeah.
If you've got something to offer, if you've got, if you're interesting, not that I wasn't, because I think I was interesting in my own ways, but you have to, you have to have an inner garden.
Yeah.
You have to have a strong inside, but that's something that you develop through life, and you can't have it at 20, really. Or some people do, but
must start practicing.
Yeah, but usually the people who you'll find, I don't know if you agree, but the 20 years old I've met who felt deep, to me, they've had hard things happening to them at a young age, they chose to grow from that instead of they became better. They shine more. Because adversity for some reason makes you grow.
Oh, that's so good. And do you have a favorite quote that you know off the top of your head?
Yes. I think one of my favorite one would be John Lennon ones. I'm not gonna quote it perfectly, but it's something that goes a bit like, life is what's happening to you when you're busy making plans. Something like that. So it really resonates with me.
Truth.
Life is now. That's all we've got.
Yeah.
So make plans for sure, but have a rich life now.
Yeah.
Start being, if you're not happy, well, why? Be honest with yourself and make decisions, but because life goes on.
Yeah.
And life goes on. It's a cliche, but a lifetime is so quick. That be bold and but do something now, change something now, and enjoy your life. Really, more to the point. Try to enjoy, have fun. I think humor. I think if I'm blessed by anything, I have a good sense of humor. Sometimes it's not, but I never stayed down for a long time, because after a few days, I have to laugh at myself, and I just go, come on, get it together, just do something, don't.
That's good, man.
So, if you can laugh at yourself, not taking yourself seriously, I think that's a very poor way to be in life. Be the best person you can be, by all means, and that's something that I've tried very hard to do. I always, even when I'm feeling low, I try to look good, because it's important. We don't. What difference does it? You have to. It's respect yourself. So.
That's good. And favorite book of all time?
Oh, I can't name I love reading, and I always have. I can't, because it really fluctuates with my moods. Books.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, definitely. It's on my bedside table, and get a piece of wisdom in it every night. Thank you for mentioning it. It is. Thank you. That's the one.
How good.
The movie is also fantastic.
Should we go watch it now? Fabulous.
Am I in the next one? Because I'm happy to talk about myself a bit more if people want to know.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
I think I don't want to sound pretentious, but I think I'm brave.
Yeah. Nice. You
I don't shy. Yeah, I have guts, I think. And I like people. I think I said that because it's something that I really like about people, even when they're not perfect. You know, people are not perfect, but I like gutsy people. I like individuals. Yeah, people who have a uniqueness about them and are proud of it. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. And there is a place for both. Well, anyway, I'm reading on that.
How good.